Hey everybody, it's Luke from Galaxy Tech Review, and today I've got a product from Mashome. This is their HD Smart Wireless IP camera. It's capable of 1080p video. It does have a built-in battery that will run for up to 2 hours, and you can pick it up on Amazon at the time of this review for $69. I'll have that link in the description below where you guys can check it out. Now, is it going to be worth your money? Well, let's dig into it and check it out. Once you get everything out of the box, this is what you're going to get. Obviously, you're going to get the main unit itself here, the camera, and of course a setup for the camera. Now this setup has a magnet on one side and some 3M tape that you can remove the sticker for, and you can mount this. Obviously, you wouldn't want to mount it with the 3M tape. That is to mount to whatever surface you're going to use. The other side is magnetic. We'll get into that in just a bit. You have a USB to micro USB charge cable for that 900 milliamp battery that's in there that will run for up to 2 hours, and you have a basic USB to wall adapter so that you can keep it plugged in if you want to, or just top off that 900 milliamp battery that's inside. But this is a very simple setup here as far as just getting all the parts together. We do have a camera user manual here, and it's pretty detailed. This is going to tell you to go and grab the app. It shows you all of the pieces that we're going over, and you can get it for Android or for iOS. I'm going to be using Android today to set everything up on my Note 8, but you do have it for both Android or iOS. It does work on 2.4 gigahertz wireless networks, not 5 gigahertz wireless networks, so be aware of that. And it takes you through the process here of adding a camera, which I'll show you some of that, enough to get you started. So hold on to it. It's got a lot of good information on it, and it will guide you through. They also give you a reset pin for that top hole, which you see here on the camera is the reset hole. On the front, you're going to have some IR LEDs, and these are going to give you a chance for night shooting up to 25 feet from the camera. It does have a microphone in the camera itself so that you can pick up anything as far as sound goes as well. You do have a micro SD card slot that will support up to 64 gigabytes. You do have your USB port there, a dedicated on and off switch, and some LEDs to let you know that the camera is either on or off. I like that they did put a dedicated on and off switch on it, even though you don't really necessarily need one. It's nice to be able to just turn it off if you don't need it. Say you have it in a book bag or something like that, and you do not want to waste any battery. This is exactly how you'll mount it. It just goes on magnetically. You can position it in any way that you would like, and of course you can mount that to, like, say, a wall or a ceiling or your desk or wherever you're going to have that. But I really do like the magnetic setup on this, because you can just position it in pretty much any angle that you want to get the right picture. Okay, so let's take a look at setting this up on Android. Sorry, I don't have an iOS device to set this up on, but it's very simple. You just want to make sure that it's powered on. You can either have it plugged in or running off that 900 milliamp battery. You're going to see a green light there on the right-hand side. There is also a red charging light that will appear on the left-hand side when you plug it in. And this is a pretty easy process to get this set up. I already have it set up, so it's a steady green light, but when you first turn it on, it will be blinking, and then you'll go to this blue cam, which is the actual setup here or the app for the actual device itself. And you can see I already have mine set up, but if you were to originally go in, you would just hit this plus button at the bottom here, and this will take you to the setup. You're going to see you have add device, wireless configuration, AP hotspot, LAN search, scan QR code, or enter manually. And the easiest way to do it is just wireless configuration. And what this will do, it will say, please connect to the network. Voice prompts have been heard. So you're going to hit this, and it's going to ask you for your Wi-Fi password and of course your Wi-Fi ID, and then you're going to connect it to the Wi-Fi. It's going to send a signal from your phone to the device itself, storing that password information so that you guys are all set up. It's stored on the camera, and then whenever you turn the camera on, it automatically joins the network. So very simple and easy process. Like I said, you can see in the main screen that I already have mine set up. So we're going to go and take a look at it. This is what it'll look like in your device list. You can set different things. You can check your firmware version, the device name, your MAC address, all of that right here under device information. User settings, where you can change your user name and password. Wi-Fi settings. You also have motion alarms, so obviously if you wanted to set a motion alarm when you were away from home, you could do that. You can set up your alarm recording and how long it will record once an alarm goes off, and then you can set your SD card settings. It will take up to a 64 gigabyte SD card, or you can just record to the phone or tablet that you're viewing it on. But obviously, if you're going to have it at home, you might want the alarms to be recorded on an SD card, so you can set it up there. Time settings will obviously be for your time zone to set up. And then mail settings, this is so that you can get alerts to your email, so you can enter your email information there. And then you have other settings down here. You can have it in for the device voice prompt. You can either have none, Chinese, or English. I put mine on English, obviously. So let's take a look at the camera. Now you're going to see a few lines across the screen, and that is because of my LED, overhead LED light bar. That is not because of the camera at all. You won't see that because you're not going to have a big glaring LED light bar because you're not, doing a review. So you're not going to have any problems with that crosstalk on your device. But here we're looking at this little pop figure. It's Doctor Strange, and you can see that the video is very clear on this. And this is in standard definition, which is basically 720p. You do have a two-way audio on this, so you'll be able to hear everything that the camera hears if you uncheck that first bubble there. You also can talk to it as well with that little microphone button. You can snap a shot real quick or take a movie and it will save it right to your phone or tablet. Again, we're on standard definition. We'll move it to high definition here. And you can see that this is pretty clear. This is actually a really good picture. It's got 120 degrees on the actual lens itself, so it is going to bend a little bit on the outside, but it helps cover the room. Now you can do a few things with this as well to manipulate the image. You can activate your IR LEDs or just have them on auto. If you have them auto, if the room gets dark enough, they'll automatically set to IR LEDs or night mode. And as you can see, you'll get black and white here, but it works very well up to 25 feet. Now you can mirror this left and right, up and down as well. So you've got different orientations or flipping. If you say you mount this upside down and you need to flip the image, you can do that right here from the app. There's also a spot here for up to 4 different cameras. So if I wanted to watch 4 different cameras at the same time, I can do that as well. So they did a pretty cool job on the layout of this whole app. There is a button at the bottom here to hide this bar as well. So if you want to watch everything full screen, you don't want to see any of that, you can do that as well. So overall, I think they did a really good job here. Again, you're not going to notice any of the lines that go across the screen here. It does a really good job. It looks nice in high definition, and the color reproduction is pretty decent on it as well. So overall, the app and the camera do a great job, and I am definitely giving this one a thumbs up. So that's my review of the Mashome HD Smart Wireless 1080p IP camera. Again, you can check it out on Amazon for $69 at the time of this video. The good things about this are it does have a backup battery, so if you lose power in your house, it's going to be able to last for up to 2 hours of solid daytime recording. So that's a plus. On the downside, it is only 2 hours of recording, but it is a very small camera, so I can forgive the fact that it only has a 900 milliamp battery in it. Some of the other things are that it's got a well-designed app that'll allow you to send alerts to your phone or your email at least when you get a motion detection at home. So if you're using this for a security camera, it's definitely got a plus there. The screen or picture that it produces is very nice. It is only 25 frames per second at 1080p, but it still does a great job for a security camera. Good color reproduction, and overall the app itself, I had no issues navigating it or setting it up. It was very, very easy to get started with this camera. So if you're looking for a camera to check in at home on your kids or your pets, or just anything in general, even just regular security, then you might want to check this one out. This was Luke from Galaxy Tech Review. If you have any questions or comments about this camera, leave them in the comment section below. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Remember to like, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so, because that always helps me out, and I'll check you guys out on the next video.